Good morning, all of you. Myself Ganesh Dangat, Assistant Professor from Karmur Bhaurav Patil College of Engineering, Satara, Computer Science and Engineering Department. In this international faculty development program on environmental and sustainability workshops, I have choose a subject nanoparticle effects on human health and the environments. I have uploaded the first video of nanotechnology and what we know and what we do not know. On that, uh, on that video, I have explained about the material used in the nano products. So in that, we have used different kinds of material like metals, metal oxide, and carbon CS. The metals like silver nanoparticles, titanium, zinc, and gold nanoparticles. Metal oxide like titanium oxide, iron oxide nanoparticles, and zinc oxide. And carbon CS like carbon, carbon nanotubes, fluorescence, and graphite. In this video, I have studied some nanoparticles which will be effect on human body. So first nanoparticle is silver. The silver it gives acute symptoms of overexposure of silver nitrate are decreased, so it will increases the blood pressure, diarrhea, stomach irritations, and decreases the respirations. Chronic symptoms from prolonged intake of low doses of silver salts are fatty degeneration of the silvers and kidneys and changes in blood cell. Long-term inhalation long-term inhalation of ingestion of soluble silver compound or colloidal silver may causes argyria and or argesos. Soluble silver compound are also capable of accumulating in small amount in brain and in muscles. Then second nanoparticle is titanium. So there is no biological role of titanium. It is not a poison metal and the human body can tolerate titanium in large doses. Excessive exposure in humans may result in slight change in the lungs. Effect of overexposure to titanium powder dust inhalation may causes tightness and pain in chest, coughing and difficulty in breathing. The next effect is contact with skin or eyes may cause irritations. Routes of entry it will inhalation, skin contact and the eye contact. Next nanoparticle is zinc. Whenever it will excess in our body, then it will affect in brain, then respiratory tract, then gastrointestinal tract, prostate. Whenever there is a zinc deficiency, it will also affect on brain, thymus, skin, and reproductive system of human being. The next nanoparticle is gold. Whenever we are using a gold, it effects of exposure. Inhalation may cause irritation if exposure is prolonged or excessive. Injection, no adverse effect expected. Skin may cause irritations and allergic reactions. On eye, it may cause an irritations. There are some positive effect of gold on human body. Gold is a natural mineral that is non-toxic and exhibit no interaction with other drug and is easily tolerated by the body. Moreover, there are no side effect of wearing gold. Gold is believed to have a relaxing effect. Use of gold to improve blood circulation, which in turn regulate the oxygen flow to every part of our body. This helps to keep you fit and away from sickness. Gold is used to regulate the body temperature control mechanism which protect us from outside temperature variations and further it also boosts immunity. It has been observed by doctors and confirmed by the researcher that wearing gold on skin can improve and alleviate rheumatoid arthritis symptoms in significant proportion of sufferers. The next nanoparticle is carbon nanotubes on human body. Carbon nanotubes can come into contact with the human body mainly through inhalation and thermal exposure. Inhalation exposure can lead to biopersistent and are therefore more potentially pathogenic, including lung inflammation, granuloma, and fibrosis. Carbon nanotubes have also been shown to include mesothelioma after an intraperitoneal injections. So, I will conclude with that whatever the nanoparticles that we have studied, with the use of that particular nanoparticles, there is a rapid development and widespread of nanoproducts. Increasing human exposure to the nanomaterial is expected. Therefore, it is important to determine their health hazards in a timely manner because of their potential pathogenicity. A detailed understanding of the biological activity and the pathogenesis mechanism is required to add their toxicological assessment. I have used a different paper for that particular information. I have used the effects of carbon nanotubes on lungs and dermal cellular behaviors. I have also used the essential toxin impact of zinc on human health. I have also used a paper the effects of carbon nanotubes on lungs on dermal cellular behaviors. Thank you.